everyone, welcome to today's Christmas bake. Today I'm going to be making some Christmas buns. First of all, I'm going to explain how to make the bun mixture, and then we're going to have some fun and decorate some of these yummy buns that I made yesterday. So I've got some here that are ready for us to decorate. So first of all, the easiest recipe that I can remember to make a Victoria sponge, so this can be used to make a cake, it can be used to make buns, is an old recipe that my nan once told me when I was a little girl. So basically what you will need are 2 eggs, self-raising flour, butter and caster sugar. And what you do is you weigh your 2 eggs. So whatever weight those 2 eggs combined equals in grams, so say for example they weigh 150 grams. That is the amount that you are going to use for the rest of the ingredients. So if we have 2 eggs that weigh 150 grams, we will have 150 grams of self-raising flour, 150 grams of caster sugar and 150 grams of butter. And all you do is put it into a large mixing bowl and mix it all up with a wooden spoon or even an electric whisk if you have one. But I always use a wooden spoon and they turn out perfect. Then you want to divide the mixture into the bun cases and pop it into your oven. I normally use a fan-based oven around 180 and they usually take about 15 minutes, but just keep checking on them. An easy way to determine whether they are cooked or not is if you get them out of the oven and you pop a knife into the middle, the thickest part of your cake or your bun. If you pull it out and it's dry, that means the buns are ready. If it's got some of the mixture on there and it's wet, they need to pop back in the oven for a bit longer. So your buns are ready and they are cooled on a cooling tray. Now they're ready to ice. So I've already done some here yesterday, so I made some different ones. So here I've got, it's supposed to look like a reindeer bun, and I've used Matchmakers, a Smartie and some brown frosting. And the frosting is actually chocolate orange flavour. See here, but you can use any. You could make your own icing up if you wanted to, or you could even melt some chocolate to pop on top. I've made some green coloured icing, just using normal icing sugar and green food colouring, and I've popped a Christmas tree on there with some icing pens. I've got, it's supposed to look like a bauble or with all sparkly bits on there. Same again, just using Smarties. I've got a little Christmas bow on there on the chocolate. And you can basically make your design anything. You can design it however you like. You can always make everything looking Christmassy by using Christmassy colours. So I've got the 4 buns here and I've got some icing made up. So to make icing sugar, you need the icing sugar, run the pack with just a tiny little bit of warm water to mix it, to give it a big thick consistency like that. So first of all, I think I'm going to try and make a snowman. So if it's really thick, you might need 2 spoons for this. One to scoop it off and the other to spread it around. So you just pop your icing on top of the bun like so. And using the back of the spoon, just spread it around. You can use more if you need more for the coverage. It's always best to start off with a little bit because you don't want too much on there. And it doesn't have to be super smooth because remember it's going to look like snow. And as it dries, it should dry a bit smoother anyway. So here we have a snowman. Now I can use lots of different edible things to make the eyes, the nose and the mouth. So I've got some of these little cake decoration eyes that I've found in the supermarket, and they're quite nice to make little eyes. You can see there. I'm going to use an orange Smartie for its nose, and then I'm going to use some raisins for the mouth. And obviously the boys and girls can have lots and lots of fun of designing their own Christmas buns. Or parents, grandparents, so can you. Because it is really fun. Cake decorating, and there we have our snowman. Looks a little bit like Olaf, doesn't it? So there we have a snowman design. Next, I'm going to try and make a candy cane. So again, using the white icing, because I'm going to use coloured Smarties. So I'm going to use the coloured icing for this, to pop it on here. Pop it around. Again, starting with just a little bit and smoothing it round with the back of your spoon. You can actually buy ready-made icing that you roll out, and you could use cake cutters to just pop on top. But I think this is much more fun making your own. But you can also buy it if you want to. So here we have the white icing. Looks a little bit Christmassy, doesn't it? So I'm going to use now red and yellow Smarties to try and make it look like a candy cane. So you can see there on top, and start with the red, the yellow, red, yellow, red and yellow, and hopefully that looks a little bit like a candy cane. So we have a candy cane bun. Next, I thought red's a nice Christmassy colour, so I'm going to make some red icing. I haven't decided actually what I'm going to put on there yet, but we can put the icing on first. So here I've got some red icing that I prepared earlier to pop it on, and again put it on the top and smooth it round with your spoon. Here we are. It looks nice and rough, this texture, but it will smooth down. So we have some red icing. And how about, just to make it look a little bit Christmassy, just sprinkle a little bit of icing sugar on there. So what I'm going to do is pop my bun into a bowl like so, just so that I don't make such a mess. And I'm going to sprinkle the icing sugar into the here, which is the sieve, and it's going to land on top of the bun, hopefully. And we don't need loads, so a little bun. Let's have a look, and hopefully it'll look a bit like frosting. Can we see? And then we could even put some holly on there. So I've got my green marker. So you don't have to be magically talented. You can just look however you want. And then put another one at this side. As people will know what it's meant to be. Stuck to my finger. Here we are. And then I might use a red to make some berry balls. That actually looks quite effective. You can see there. My berry. Looks really nice, doesn't it? So that's that one. And then next, how about we have another chocolatey one? So using the chocolate frosting, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a knife for this. Little ones, as long as it's not as sharp, they can do this also. And just spread it around. It smells absolutely delicious. What could we put on top of there, do you think? I don't know. We could make maybe a Christmas tree out of Smarties. We could use white icing maybe. If we had a pipe, we could do a star. That'd be pretty good. But my pipe broke on me yesterday. So how about I have a handful of Smarties and we make a colourful Christmas tree. So obviously on here, I'm just going to do a triangle shape for a Christmas tree, because the buns are not very big. And you should see the pattern. But you can do whatever design you like because they're your buns. I'm just giving you some ideas what you can do. But whatever you do, it'll be yummy. And then maybe a brown one for the bottom. And there we have a Christmas tree. Fabulous. And that's all my buns ready and designed. You see them here. Yummy, yummy Christmas buns. My children are going to have a lot of fun eating these buns. And I'm sure you guys will too. Have fun eating yours. I hope you've got lots of good ideas there to make some yummy, yummy buns. Have fun everybody and happy baking.